Hi, welcome to Mat Pilates. We're going to take you through about 20 to 30 minutes of basic mat Pilates for today. So we're going to start on our backs in a supine position. Our feet are going to be flat. Our feet are going to be about hip width apart, and we're going to go all the way flat onto our backs. We're going to relax our shoulders down into the mat. We're going to have our palms flat, arms relaxed, feet are in the mat. Just take a couple nice deep breaths in. Remember, with mat Pilates breathing is about a lateral breath. So we take a nice deep inhale in, drawing the lower back into the mat. And on our exhale, we're expanding our rib cage laterally. So a nice lateral breath. Just inhale and exhale for me a couple times. Now we're going to bring our arms overhead. We're going to lower those arms all the way to the mat. Palms are up. We're going to make nice big circles with those arms. Bringing them up, taking them back. Stretching and elongating through the arms. Moving with control. Moving with intention. We're breathing. We're opening up the chest. Preparing our shoulder joints. And focusing on our breath. And we're going to lower those arms back to the mat. Palms are going to be flat. Our shoulders are pressed down. We're focused on that breathing. We're starting to prepare the hip joints. We're going to bring one knee towards the chest at a time. Working into the hip. Keeping our upper body relaxed. Thinking about the movement. Thinking about our breathing. In Pilates, we try to keep those toes pointed. A few exercises we flex the feet. We're going to keep the toes pointed most of the time. Let's do 2 more sets. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Feet are flat to the mat again. We're going to relax here. We're going to take our right leg. We're going to bring it all the way extended to the ceiling. We're going to point our toe, elongating that leg. We're going to start hip circles. So we're going to start moving that leg in a clockwise position, circling through that hip joint. You're moving that leg in a circle as big or as small as you can, based on your hip mobility. That range of motion will begin to increase as you practice this move. We're going to stop at the top, and we're going to do 5 circles counterclockwise. The goal with this exercise is to keep the upper portion of the body, the trunk of the body, flat to the mat and still. As we press our hips into the mat, pushing that pelvis into the mat, just to keep that body stable. We're going to point that toe, reach, and we're going to lower that leg slowly and controlled. We're going to bring that foot back flat to the mat. And we're going to extend our left leg. So we're going to reach that toe up to the ceiling, pointing and elongating that leg. We're going to start with 5 circles counterclockwise. So again, we're focusing on keeping that trunk of the body nice and stable. Pressing the hips into the mat to keep that range of motion opening while we keep that trunk stable. And we're going to hold at the top, pointing that toe. Now we're going to move 5 circles clockwise. 3 more. 2 and 1. We're going to hold that leg up, pointing that toe, and we're going to lower that leg nice and controlled. And bring that foot back into the mat. Staying in this supine position, we're going to do leg slides. So we're going to start with our right leg. And we're going to slide that foot out, elongating through the hip. And we're going to slide it back in. Again, slide it forward, slide it back. 2 more times forward, slide it in, and last time. And bring it in. Good. Now we'll switch to the left leg. So sliding forward with intention and control, nice and slow, bringing it back in. And again, slide forward, in. 2 more. And last one. Nice job. We're going to roll our body over onto our side. We're going to make our way over into a tabletop position. So we are going to come onto our knees and our hips. We're going to make sure that those wrists are right under our shoulders. Our knees are right under our hips. Our backs are flat and we're in a nice neutral position. In this position, we want to make sure that the head is not dropped or the head is not raised. You want to keep that head and neck in line with that spine. We're drawing in our abdominals to keep that back nice and flat. Our fingertips are nice and wide to support our wrists. We are going to step our right foot back onto our toe. Next, we're going to step our left foot back onto our toe, and we're going to hold a nice high plank position. We're powering through the flats of our hands. We're keeping our hips low. I like to say keep that body like a surfboard, nice and flat, letting those shoulders press down, keeping those abdominals drawn in, squeezing our glutes, engaging the whole core of our body. We're going to drop our right knee and left knee, and we're going to stretch back, pushing back through the palms of the hands, letting those shoulders relax and stretch. We're going to press back through into that same tabletop position. We're going to reset, making sure those wrists are under our shoulders, our knees are under our hips, and our backs are nice and flat. Shoulders are down and relaxed. We're going to step right foot back again, left foot back again, and hold that high plank. You can hold that high plank as long as you want, just making sure we maintain good form, keeping those hips in line, keeping our neck in line with the spine, utilizing the core, the full trunk of your body to keep you supported. We're going to go ahead and drop right knee and left knee when you're ready. Push back. And we're going to bring forward again into that tabletop position, resetting into that nice strong tabletop. Again, wrists in line with shoulders, knees in line with hips. We're now going to move into a bird dog. So we're going to focus on a 2-point contact. So we're going to bring our right arm and we're going to extend it forward. As we do that, we're going to extend our left leg back. So we're going to extend right arm, left leg, elongating through the fingertip all the way through the toe. And we're going to bring it back down. Reset. Now, left arm, right leg. Extend through, reaching, elongating, keeping that spine neutral, and reset. Each time we come up, we're going to hold for about 3 to 4 seconds. And release. We're going to switch. Release. Switch. Release. Switch. Release. We're going to do one more set of each. Release. Last one. And release. We're going to stretch it back again, letting those arms really elongate. Feel those shoulders stretch out. And we're going to come back into tabletop position. Pressing our shoulders down, making sure we're in nice alignment, spine is in one line. We're going to extend our right toe back. Right leg is nice and long. That toe is just kissing the floor. We're going to raise that leg and lower. Raise. 8 repetitions. We're bringing that leg up in line with the spine. We're squeezing and engaging our glute. We're keeping that body still as that leg moves with intention. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Nice job. Bring that knee in. Now we'll do the same on the left. So extend that left leg, point that toe, let that toe kiss the ground, bring it up and lower. So we're controlling the move, using the glute and the hamstring to raise and lower the leg, but we're using the core and the trunk of our body to stay nice and stable. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring that leg down, bring it back in, and we're going to stretch it back one more time. Nice and long. All right, from this position, we're going to come onto our left side. So we're going to lay down all the way. We're going to elongate the body from head all the way through toe. You can be in this nice, comfortable position on your elbow, or you can go all the way flat. Your choice. Your front hand is going to be placed in front of you on the mat to keep you supported, to make sure we don't rock forward, we don't rock back. We want to stay nice and stable. We're going to point both of our toes. We're going to slightly rotate, opening our toes so our heels are together. And we are going to raise and lower the top leg. See how I'm keeping my toe pointed? I am raising and lowering with intention. Keep that long leg nice and long. Don't worry about the range of motion. Worry about the movement. Control it up and lower with control. We'll do 3 more. And last one. Good. We're going to lower that leg and hold. We're going to repoint that toe, elongating that leg through the hip. And we're going to do little pulses. So very small move, but very controlled. Thinking about that leg, thinking about the glute, our abdominal muscles, working through the movement. 12 little pulses, and we hold. Now we're going to circle that foot. Bringing it forward. Little tiny circles. Trying not to let that body rock too much. And we're gonna hold. We're gonna circle backwards. 12 little circles. You should be feeling it in that outer glute, that outer thigh. And we're gonna hold and lower. Nice job. We're gonna bring those knees in, bending those knees at a 90-degree angle. You're gonna wanna make sure that there's enough space in between, and we're gonna come up onto our forearm for this exercise. So, for the clamshell, we're gonna make sure our hips are stacked, meaning hips are in line. Our knees are stacked, knees are in line, and our feet are stacked. Again, we're gonna be on our forearm. We're gonna push through the rib cage, pushing that rib cage away from the mat to keep our upper body up nice and tall and controlled. Our front hand is gonna be placed next to us in front, again to support. We're gonna keep our feet in contact the whole time, keeping those heels together as we open the knee and lower. 12 repetitions of the clamshell. You see my heel is staying together. My hips are rotating open as that knee moves open and close. 12 reps. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back down. All right, we're gonna go ahead onto our backs, back into a supine position. So we're just gonna shift that weight onto our backs. We're gonna lay nice and flat again. Feet are in line with our hips. Feet are flat to the floor. Palms of the hands are nice and flat, relaxed on the mat. We're gonna press our shoulders down and back into the mat. Our chin is to the ceiling. Our eyes are to the ceiling. Our feet are about hip width apart. We're gonna focus on bridges. So in the bridge, we're gonna push through the flats of our feet, bringing the hips off the floor, leading with the pelvis. So we're pressing up, pressing through, squeezing the glutes. The goal here is to have your shoulders, hips, and knees in one diagonal line. So that is the range of motion we're trying to achieve. And we're going to lower nice and controlled. And again, pressing, leading with that pelvis, pushing up, squeezing the glutes, and lower with control. 2 more. At the top, you give that little pause, and then we lower. And again. And lower. Now we're going to bring our arms all the way back, extended from our shoulders. Our palms are facing straight up to the ceiling. Our arms are stretched through our shoulders. Our lower back is being pressed into the mat by drawing in the rib cage. This time when we bridge, we're going to bring our arms forward in a nice fluid motion, bringing the palms of the hands to the mat. So we're going to lead with that pelvis, bringing those arms forward, and we're going to lower. Bring it through, lower, and again, lower. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And lower. Nice job. Go ahead and bring those arms back forward, palms flat to the mat again. Now we're going to focus on our legs and into our core. We're going to start with our right leg. We're going to extend our leg all the way forward away from us. Our foot is slightly off the floor by a couple inches. Our toe is pointed. We're elongating that leg. Our shoulders are down and back into the mat. Nice relaxed spine. We're drawing in those abdominals, keeping that lower back on the mat. We're going to draw that knee into the chest and extend. Draw it in, extend. 2 more, extend. Last one, extend. Now we're going to take that same leg. We're going to raise, pointing that toe to the sky, lower with control. Raise with control and lower. Raise, lower. One more. Raise and lower. We're going to keep that leg extended. We're going to take the opposite arm all the way extended through the shoulder above the head. We're going to keep our head on the mat for this exercise. And we're going to bring fingertip towards toe and lower. Finger to toe and lower. You'll see that my head and shoulders are remaining on the mat. We're going to do 2 more. And last one. And lower. We're going to keep working on that same leg, pointing that toe. But we're going to bring that hand, fingertips, gently placed behind the head. My elbow is nice and wide. We're going to do a crunch by pulling the knee in as we bring our shoulder towards the knee. So that shoulder and head is going to come off the mat, and we're going to come towards the knee, coming across the body and back. Bring it across the body and back. You'll notice that I'm not pulling on my head. I'm not putting any pressure into or on my neck. I'm solely using my abdominals to lift that shoulder across that body towards the knee. We're going to do 3 more together. Last one. And release. Go ahead and relax that hand. Bring that foot back flat to the mat. Nice job. We're going to move into the left leg. All 4 exercises on the left side. So we're going to keep both hands flat to the mat. Chin is neutral. Spine is neutral. Shoulders and back relaxed. We're going to extend that left leg. We're going to point our toe, elongating that leg. We're going to bring that knee into the chest and extend. So bringing it in and extending away. 2 more. Last one. Keeping that leg nice and long. We're going to raise that toe to the ceiling. We're going to lower with control. Again, in this movement, it's not about the range of motion. It's about controlling the movement. As you continue to get stronger with Pilates, that range of motion will increase. So think about keeping your hips flat to the mat, raising and lowering that leg. Using that hip, using the core, the lower abdominal muscles to help pull it up. Last one. We're going to hold that leg out, point that toe, extend our right arm above our head. Keeping both shoulders on the mat, our head on the mat, we're going to bring fingertip and toe and lower. 2. Remember, we're breathing. Inhale, exhale on the exertion. 2 more. Last one. We're going to lower that leg. We're going to bring those fingertips just behind that head. Our elbow is nice and wide. We're going to bring the head and shoulder off the mat, bringing the shoulder across the body towards that knee. And release. Crossed. We're working into our obliques. Again, no pressure on that neck. We're letting that core do all of the work. If you need to, you can always put a towel behind that neck to help bring it up. 2 more. Last one. Nice job. We're going to relax the foot, relax the hand. We're going to bring that body up to a seated position. So, if you can, we're going to hold underneath those legs, and we're going to start to bring that body up, pulling that body to a seated position. Now we're going to rotate. We're going to work on that other side. So we're going to go on to that opposite side. We're going to come all the way down, flat to that mat. Remember, we're either here on our elbow or all the way down. We're going to place that front hand on the mat in front of us to support us. We're going to keep that body up nice and tall, not rolling forward, not rolling back. Elongate both the legs. We're going to slightly open up the toes, bringing the heels together, keeping those legs long and toes pointed. We're going to raise and lower. 12 reps, raising and lower with control. Controlling the movement, still breathing, still using that lateral breath, opening up that rib cage. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to lower and we're going to hold. Make sure that toe is pointed, that leg is nice and long. 12 little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Keep those toes pointed, small circles forward. Remember, we're keeping that upper body nice and stable, trying not to rock too much. That body can rock a little bit, but we want to think about really focusing in that mind and body into that leg, into the glute. And hold. We're going to reverse direction. Other way, circling through. Squeezing that glute. In the reverse, you definitely feel that glute working a little bit more. Last 2, 1, and hold. And go ahead and lower. We're going to bring those knees forward. We're going to come up onto our forearm, making sure that forearm is flat, that shoulder is right above that elbow. Our hips are stacked, our knees are stacked, and our feet are stacked. We're going to keep the contact with those heels as we open and close. Working into that hip flexor, working into that hip joint, strengthening that outer glute. Clamshells are a great exercise to keep that hip mobility strong. Work that outer glute. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. We're going to go back onto our backs one more time, into supine position. So, flat to the mat. We're almost there, I promise. We're going to relax the shoulders and back into the mat. We're going to draw both knees in towards our chest. We're going to take our right leg and we're going to extend that leg away. pointing that toe, elongating that leg. Your left hand is going to hold right underneath that left knee. Your right hand towards your ankle. And now we're going to switch legs, meaning we switch those hands. So we switch and switch. You can keep your head and shoulders on the mat for a little bit more intense core workout. When you feel strong enough, we're going to bring our head and shoulders off the mat, giving a nice pull and a pull. Notice my chin is off my chest. My eye gaze is towards the ceiling. I'm focusing on keeping that space between my chin and chest and utilizing the abdominal muscles to support the movement. One more set, and we're done. Bring both knees into the chest. Go ahead and lower the head and shoulders to the mat. Now we're going to move into a double leg opener. So we're going to keep both legs here. You can either keep your head to the mat and your shoulders to the mat, or you can bring the head and shoulders off the mat, eyes are up, chin is off that chest. And we're going to open wide. Circle those arms back towards those ankles. Knees come into the chest. Open wide, circle it back in. Open wide. Remember, you can keep the head and shoulders to the mat. Still working on getting those abdominals stronger. The most important thing is that we're drawing in those abdominals and that lower back is pressed into the mat. Think about those abdominal muscles as you go through the movement. Let's do 2 and 1. Nice job. Bring those knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug. Relax those shoulders into the mat. Just holding here. Focus on your breathing. We're going to extend our arms out from our shoulders. Make a T with those arms. We're going to bring those knees away from the chest just a little bit. And we're going to do a nice thoracic rotation. Lowering those knees towards the ground. Keeping the head in one spot. Bringing them up. And lowering them. Nice and controlled. This is a nice thoracic spine rotation. To relax and stretch out that spine. You're still keeping that core nice and engaged. One more time each side. Last one. And bring it in. Go ahead and relax those feet to the mat. We're going to take our right ankle. We're going to cross it over our left knee. We're going to take that right hand, slightly press gently with that fingertip on that knee to open up those hips. We're going to move into a figure 4 stretch, reaching underneath the left leg, pulling both legs towards you. You want to feel that stretch underneath through that piriformis, through that glute. Keep your head relaxed on the mat. And release. Go ahead and uncross. And now we're going to cross left ankle over right knee. Left hand, fingertip gently to open up that hip. And we're going to reach through underneath. Pulling both legs towards you. Feeling that stretch through the piriformis, which runs underneath that glute. And release. Go ahead, relax both legs. And we're going to roll over. We're going to bring the body up. And we're going to come into a nice seated position. You can come into a cross-leg position, a 90-90, legs stretched, whatever's most comfortable for you. we're just gonna go ahead and roll those shoulders back. Roll them forward. Relax those shoulders. We're going to drop the chin to the chest. We're going to bring the head up. We're going to drop the head to the right. And up. And to the left. And up. Few small shoulder shrugs, just bringing those shoulders towards the ears and lowering them back down. Think about pulling the shoulders and then pushing them down and back. 2, 1 more. Good. We're going to bring the hands, fingertips gently behind the head. We're going to open up our elbows as wide as we can. We're going to relax the shoulders. We're going to keep our chin nice and neutral. And we're going to bring those elbows as close as you can together. And then we're going to open, really feeling that upper back through the chest and shoulders. And close. Open. We're going to gradually increase that range of motion as we continue to stretch through that upper back, through that chest. You don't have to have the full range of motion, just the intention to continue working on that mobility. 2 and 1. Nice job. Relax those hands down to the side. Shake them out. We're going to take our right arm all the way up. And we're going to bend through the waist, reaching that fingertip away from us, getting that nice stretch through the side. We're trying to keep both hips, both cheeks on the ground. And bring it up, relax. Left arm comes up. We're going to stretch it over, bending, reaching those fingertips away. And release, bring it down. We're going to bring those hands up. You're going to roll those wrists out for me. We're going to switch directions. Going to hold those hands up. Wiggle those fingers for me. Open and close. And shake it out. And relax. We're going to take a couple nice deep breaths in together and then we are done. Nice deep breath in. Reaching. Big exhale. And again. And big exhale. And you are done. Thank you for joining me for Mat Pilates. Enjoy.